गौरी नंदन गजानना
गौरी नंदन गजानना
गौरी नंदन गजानना
गौरी नंदन गजानना
गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
हे गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पाहि प्रभो मां पाहि प्रसन्ना
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 गौरी नंदन गजानना
गौरी नंदन गजानना
गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
गिरिजानंदन निरंजना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
नंदन शुभानना
पाहि प्रभो मां पाहि प्रसन्ना
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 गौरी नंदन गजानना
शीतलचरणं कोमलचरणं मञ्जुलचरणं मम गुरुचरणं शीतलचरणं कोमलचरणं मञ्जुलचरणं मम गुरुचरणं शीतलचरणं कोमलचरणं मञ्जुलचरणं
कृपा करो भगवान
साई कृपा करो
नंदलाला नंदलाला दया करो भगवान भवसागर से पार उतारो दया करो भगवान कृपा करो भगवान तुम्हारी शरण बिना नाथ है हमारा दया करो साईं कृपा करो भगवान नंदलाला दया करो भगवान नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण नर हरि रूपा नारायण नर हरि रूपा नारायण वैकुंठवासा नमो नारायण वैकुंठवासा नमो नारायण वैदेहि मोहन नारायण वैदेहि मोहन नारायण हरि नारायण
Om Shri Sai Ram. Invoking the blessings of the Almighty, respected elders, distinguished guests, and participants from around the world, good evening and welcome to Day 30 of the One World, One Family World Cultural Festival. Education is the strongest tool to transform lives. Yet, for many children in rural India, poverty forces them to drop out of school at an early age, pushing them into child labor, exploitation, and an uncertain future. To address this, in November 2021, the Bharat Rashtra Nirman Vidyarthi Nidhi was instituted by the Prashanti Balamandira Trust in partnership with the Rashtriya Seva Bharati. The program provides scholarships to children from government schools belonging to the most vulnerable families, ensuring that they continue their schooling without interruption. With dedicated volunteers across Karnataka, it identifies, mentors, and supports these children while also opening pathways for higher studies. Today, the initiative spans all 31 districts and 240 taluks of Karnataka, touching thousands of lives. This evening, as a part of the Know Your Mission segment, we have a presentation on the Bharat Rashtra Nirman Vidyarthi Nidhi by Shri M.S. Venkatesh. He currently serves as a coordinator at the Prashanti Balamandira Trust, Muddenahalli. With over 3 decades of leadership experience in Kirloskar and Murugappa groups, and later in Youth for Seva, Shri Venkatesh brings his expertise and dedication to drive this transformative program. We now invite Shri Venkatesh to share more about the program and its impact.
Om Sai Ram. Offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swami, respected elders, distinguished guests from around the world, devotees, brothers, sisters, and dear children. I express my gratitude to Swami for providing me the opportunity to serve in his mission and also to share about Bharat Rashtra Nirmana Vidyarthi Nidhi today in front of all of you. It's 4 years since this scholarship was launched. This was launched on the 96th birthday of Sadguru of Swami. And today we have close to 8,000 students who are registered and are being served in this scholarship. This was launched in collaboration with Rashtriya Seva Bharati by Swami and Dr. Gopal Krishna from Sangh. The purpose of BRNVN is to ensure that children do not leave school at the primary education stage. It's very important if children stop going to school at the primary school, very difficult to get back. If someone skips an year in college, it's easy to get back, but it's very difficult to get back if someone stops going to school at the very early ages. As mentioned, this is in collaboration with Rashtriya Seva Bharati. Rashtriya Seva Bharati is a social organization with a lot of volunteers in every village and town of this country. Now, what does the Seva Bharati volunteer do? If we see, essentially they are doing 3 things. One is they identify the needy children in the village or the small town where they stay in, where they personally know the family. And importantly, they regularly visit these families. In the digital world, today, going to someone's house has become very rare in most of the villages and most of the towns. Even if you have to see your parents, you have to take appointment. I am coming on so-and-so day. Therefore, these volunteers, they go to the houses of these children every month, at least once, to see how the children are faring, how the family is faring, and they become a part of that family. It takes time, but this is what they are expected to do, and they do it very nicely. Our entire scholarship program is on a digital platform. It's on a web app, therefore there is nothing physically moved, the papers, all are on a digital platform. Therefore, registration of the children, monitoring their progress, and putting their attendance every month that they are going to school, seeing that they are going to school, and also making them ready for the future. See, most of the children, when they come from poor families, the family and the children do not know what they will do after they quit the primary school in their village. Therefore, these people act as ambassadors of Swami's mission, and most of the volunteers till last year had not physically seen Swami. None of them had seen, and last year Swami blessed a convention of all the volunteers. For few hundred volunteers had come. Most of them had not even seen Swami, but they are doing Swami's work in the villages and serving the children who are very dear to Swami. And these children, we register from 1st to 5th standard. We register in the scholarship in the 1st to 5th standard. And we handhold them till they reach 12th standard, that is when they become 18 years. Therefore, it's the responsibility of the volunteer who handholds these children till they become 18, ensuring that they go to school, and also see that as a prasadam from Swami every month they get the scholarship, and also see that they become part of the Sajjan Shakti in their villages and towns. The PBMT approach is that we believe, especially this was true during the COVID times and after COVID times, where many children did not go back to school, and the parents took them for some odd jobs to support the families. For we provide this scholarship starting from the 1st standard till the 12th standard on a monthly basis, and motivate the poor parents to see that the children go to school. We have a small video. Let us have a look.
Powerful means of empowerment, yet it remains inaccessible for millions of children across India. Economic barriers remain a major contributor to school dropouts, particularly in rural areas where children, especially girls, are disproportionately affected. Families often struggle to meet the costs of education, including school fees, uniforms, books, and other essentials. To address this growing inequality, Sri Madhusudan Sai, under the aegis of Prashanti Balamandira Trust and Rashtriya Seva Bharati, launched a national scholarship scheme to bridge the gap for economically disadvantaged children who lack access to affordable education. BRNBN Scholarship Scheme, launched on November 23, 2021, was initiated to prevent school dropouts at the primary level. The initiative spans all 31 districts and 240 taluks of Karnataka. The tireless work of dedicated Rashtriya Seva Bharati volunteers is instrumental in identifying, registering, supporting, and mentoring students from socio-economically disadvantaged backgrounds. These volunteers, driven by compassion and commitment, ensure that every child's needs are addressed.
ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳ ಹೆಸರು ಮಹಿಮಾ ವಿಜಯಕುಮಾರ್ ಗಿಡ್ನೂರು. ಅವಳು 6ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸತ್ಯ ಸಾಯಿ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ನಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ತಿಂಗಳ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಾಲಿ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಮಾಡಿಸಿನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗ್ಯದ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್, ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ ತುಂಬ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Additionally, the program provides a pathway for students to continue their education at the Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam group of institutions, offering studies from 6th grade through to postgraduate and doctoral levels.
ಸಂತೋಷನವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿ 1 ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗುಗೆ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು. 1 ವರ್ಷ ತನಕ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗುಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಯಿತು. ಜೈಪುರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ನಾನು ಗುರುಕುಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ ಗುರುಕುಲದ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೀ ಸತ್ಯ ಸಾಯಿ ಸೇವಾ ನಿಕೇತನ್, ಕೊಪ್ಪಳ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ನೋಡಿ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯವಾದೆ. ಅವರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು.
This initiative aims to uplift communities by reducing child labor, child marriage, illiteracy, and poverty. The BRNVN scholarship scheme aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It stands as a powerful example of how grassroots initiatives can ensure that every child, regardless of their background, has access to education, social support, and opportunities for a brighter future.
This is the progress, some statistics of the last 4 years. Totally 9,123 children were registered, and currently 7,703 children get scholarships. You would wonder what happened to the balance 1,400. Because this scholarship is a very dynamic scholarship. As and when a particular family financially becomes better, the parents or some elder kid in the home gets a good job, our volunteers were keeping track, say, okay, they're financially reasonably okay, we can give this scholarship to another deserving family. This is how we also deactivate children from the families who become financially better off. This is how it's a very dynamic scholarship. We have close to 1,050 very active volunteers. Active means who do 5 things. One is they go to the school every month to check how the children are faring. They go to their houses to see how the family is faring. They also enlighten them about Swami's mission and try to prepare them for joining our institutions from 6th standard. And every volunteer also tries to prepare one more volunteer like him. Because many times what happens, a volunteer at some point in time, after a couple of years, loses steam. Therefore, it is his job also to see he prepares another volunteer. And this is how these volunteers do the work. And Swami's blessing is always on those people. That's how they keep doing this work. Over the last 3 years, these volunteers, along with the seniors of Rashtriya Seva Bharati, they counsel the family and motivate them to apply and try joining our Gurukulams. This is a major part of the work which volunteers are doing, because once the child gets into a scholarship, he is going to school, he or she, and also getting the scholarship, what next? That family has to become a socially conscious family. The child has to come up in life. Therefore, this is the major effort which the volunteer does. And this is the blessing of the child, that the child gets a chance to be in Swami's mission. And most of these families are so poor. For them, joining an institution like this is like a dream. Therefore, it's a big blessing for them. This is some impact of BRNVN. Last 3 years, the volunteers and the team have counseled more than 2,500 students who are studying in 5th standard to join our Gurukulams. While they are poor, someone in the family doesn't want to leave the child out of the home. Therefore, it takes a lot of efforts to convince that family that this is a good thing for the family and the child. Slowly and steadily, we are creating role models in every village. That one child, if it is studying, then since the parents come for service, the child and the parents become an ambassador of Swami's mission in that village. Then slowly and steadily, the good word is spreading in every village. In that, 515 families said, yes, if given a chance, we will have a child enrolled. And currently, 91 children are studying in our various gurukulams. And this anti-scholarship, Swami is the heart of this scholarship. And Swami may not be able to be physically present everywhere in thousands of locations. Therefore, these volunteers are Swami's, I would say, representatives in each and every village, where in thousands of villages today, these students are part of this scholarship. And I pray to Swami for his grace and blessing on each of these volunteers, and give strength to the volunteers and to the team to take this scholarship to other provinces throughout the country, and also ensure that each of these children from this scholarship, they become ambassadors of Swami's mission. This is what I wanted to share. I once again express my gratitude to Swami for giving me a chance to be an instrument in his mission. Om Sai Ram.
This evening, we are delighted to present the CSR Circle of Honor in the field of nutrition to the Hi-Fi Youth Foundation. Hi-Fi Youth Foundation is dedicated to empowering underprivileged children through basketball by providing world-class infrastructure, professional coaching, and opportunities to excel. Beyond sports, their vision is to nurture confidence, teamwork, discipline, and values in young lives. Established in 2014, the foundation today runs over 20 basketball centers across India, reaching thousands of children from municipal schools and underserved communities. By combining sport with life skills education, Hi-Fi has created a pathway where many children have gone on to represent district, state, and even national levels, proving that access and opportunity can transform lives. As part of their commitment to community welfare, Hi-Fi Youth Foundation has extended its support to Annapurna and Sai Shore facilities, helping strengthen initiatives that provide nutrition to millions of children across the country. Representing the foundation this evening is Mr. R. Sundar. Mr. Sundar has also co-founded Mastic Limited, served as Executive Director at Majesco Limited, and is a board member of the Shankara Eye Foundation, USA. At Hi-Fi, he drives strategy, scale, and sustainability, guided by his belief that play not only nurtures talent, but also builds character and inspires excellence. We now invite Mr. Sundar, co-founder of Hi-Fi Youth Foundation, to come on stage and receive the award. We now request Mr. Sundar to deliver his acceptance speech.
Thank you, Swamiji Sadhguru. It's indeed an honor and pleasure to be here to celebrate the 100th anniversary. In our small way, we started High Five Youth Foundation 10 years back. I think about the same time this movement started. Sports is always regarded as a poor second cousin to education. But sports has the power to change the world. That is what we have discovered in the small journey that we have had so far. There is nothing which is superior or inferior, as Swamiji said today morning. But sports, we have seen, touches the children in ways that we cannot imagine. From the time we started High Five, our program works mainly in the tribal schools and in government boarding schools. And in all of these places, the biggest lacuna is that children have no sports. And girls especially are very, very low in self-esteem. These children, through our excellence program, we have seen the transformation that these children undergo. They start, within about 2 years, they start winning tournaments, they start traveling to cities, they go to nationals. They have never even gone by train, they suddenly fly to go to Delhi to play the nationals. The transformation is immediate. The confidence that they get, they can take on the world. So High Five is a place where we say that dreams take flight on the basketball court. But it is not enough that you have a dream. It has to also be backed by economic opportunity. It has to finally, sports, if it cannot produce a living, if it cannot give them dignity, it is good to give dreams, but it also has to translate into. We are fortunate that our first and second batch of children who've been associated with the basketball program are now working with us as coaches, working with us as, just like here, I saw the seva by all you people. Same way, all the High Five events and tournaments are conducted by our basketball children only. Through that, many of them have joined back and are employees and are ambassadors for us. That is the most fulfilling part of it. Imagine a tribal girl who joined us in our program, is today the coach at that same school, teaching the same, her children. And that giving back and the dignity. And in fact, in her village, people ask her, what do you do? So she wears a track pant and jersey and a whistle. And she says, I'm a teacher. Only thing is I'm a basketball teacher. So that is the biggest fulfillment for us. As they say in basketball, this is still the first quarter. We have just started this program. A long way to go. And we have a lot of dreams ahead. And Sadhguruji, Swamiji, with your blessings and with everyone's this thing, we hope to take it to greater heights. Thank you all.
This evening, we are delighted to celebrate the Republic of North Macedonia, a country at the heart of the Balkans. Known for its rich blend of cultures, North Macedonia reflects centuries of history shaped by Byzantine, Ottoman, and Slavic influences. Its capital city, Skopje, is where tradition meets modernity, while the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Lake Ohrid stands as one of Europe's oldest and deepest lakes, renowned for its cultural, spiritual, and ecological significance. North Macedonia is also the birthplace of Saint Mother Teresa, whose life of selfless service continues to inspire the world. Today, we are honored to present the One World, One Family Humanitarian Award in the field of women and child welfare to Ms. Irina Velkoska. For nearly 2 decades, Ms. Velkoska has dedicated her life to serving the most vulnerable, the street children in North Macedonia. Through her leadership at the Daycare Center for Street Children and the Defense for Children's Rights, she has provided shelter, food, education, and above all, love and dignity to those in need. Her tireless efforts have empowered young people to overcome poverty and discrimination, giving them the confidence to dream of a brighter future. May we now invite Ms. Irina Velkoska to kindly come on stage and accept the award, followed by her acceptance speech.
Dear all, on behalf of the children from the Day Center for Street Children and all of us who work with them, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for this tremendous recognition. It is not only meaningful for us, but it also carries great significance for our country. Children are our future, yet every day on the streets, we can meet children who live without the care and protection of their parents. Those children are not alone in the world. They have families, but their families often live in makeshift shelters in deep poverty without the means to provide basic care or ensure their safety. Instead of attending school, those children wander aimlessly. Instead of growing up in safe homes or playing with their peers, they are forced to beg or engage in labor just to survive. The Day Center exists to change that reality. Here, children find safety and love. Their families receive a meal, often their only meal of the day. They learn basic hygiene, culture values, and life skills. We celebrate their birthdays, but some the very first time and offer them extra activities like visit to the park, theater, or zoo. For many, those are their first experience beyond the streets. We also work with their families every day, providing psychological support to strengthen parenting skills and help them regain their responsibilities. For children without personal documents, we assist with the registration and cooperation with the administration so they can access educational and health care. Let me share one of the many success stories about one girl. At the age of 4 years, the girl was found begging on the streets. She became part of our Day Center, and over the next 14 years, we worked on her socialization and integration. We supported her family through counseling to prevent underage marriage and provided educational, psychological, and life guidance to help her grow and succeed. Despite the tremendous challenges she faced as a Roma girl from the vulnerable background with a family that pressured her into early marriage, chose a different path. With my mentoring, she joined the face-to-face street magazine program where she began earning and learning vital work skills. She quickly gained self-confidence, communication skill, and a vision for a better life. Today, she works in a bread production company. She has stable employment, financial independence, and is even supporting her family. From a street child to a strong responsibility young woman, she is now a role model in her community, especially for the other girls. Her story sends a power message: never give up on education and never stop believing in your dreams. The girl courage changing the narrative. her determination inspiring her peers to break free from the stereotypes and traditional limitations and to believe in their own strength and potential. As for me, I feel fulfilled when I bring a smile to a child's face, when I can be their comfort, their support, their hope. There is nothing more rewarding than helping a child learn to read, no matter how long or hard the journey. And when I see them practicing the values, I will try to teach honesty, responsibility, and hard work. That, to me, is the greatest success of all. The work I've done yesterday and what I continue to do today lives on each child's progress and success. Their growth is my inspiration, my motivation to continue no matter the challenges, because each success story is a reminder of my why this work matters. There is no greater force in the university than the power of love. We are born from love, we live for love, and without love we cannot truly exist. Each of us has something to give, each of us holds the power to improve the lives of others. A single good act maybe seems small in the grand scheme of things, but it can mean everything to someone in need, and it makes us better people too. Let us never allow compassion, empathy, or love to disappear. Thank you.
Now, we have two representatives from North Macedonia who will address us. Our first speaker is Ms. Maya Andreska. A lawyer by training, she specialized in labor and medical law and served as HR manager in a hospital at Skopje for over a decade before starting her own private practice. A long-time follower of Bhagwan Baba, she has been actively involved in Sai Center activities and today serves as the president of the One World, One Family Association, Macedonia. She has also contributed to the translation of the Sathya Sai Uvacha series and recorded audiobooks in the Macedonian language. Ms. Maya will present about the life and culture of North Macedonia.
Humble greetings to Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, whose divine love and guidance inspired this global gathering of One World, One Family World Cultural Festival. Distinguished guests, dear brothers and sisters, respected students, dobro večer I dobro ni dojdovte, and loving greetings from Association Eden Svet Edno Semejstvo from Skopje, Macedonia. Macedonia is a sun-soaked land, small in size but big in heart. Lying at the heart of Europe, on just over 25,000 square kilometers, it always stood at the crossroads between East and West. Our beloved country is small in size, yet rich in diversity. It is home to about 1.8 million people from more than 20 different ethnic communities. The capital city is Skopje. The official language is Macedonian, and the country's official currency is the Macedonian denar. One Macedonian denar is equivalent to 1.68 Indian rupees. Samuel Fortress is a historic fortress located in Ohrid. Located on a hill, the fortress offers a beautiful view of the city and the Ohrid Lake. The stone bridge is an iconic landmark connecting the old town with the modern city center across the Vardar River. Built during the Ottoman period of the 15th century, it is made of stone arches and has stood for centuries as a symbol of Skopje's history and architectural heritage. Matka Canyon is a breathtaking gorge known for its emerald green river, towering cliffs, and ancient monasteries along the trails. The philosophy of Macedonia is rooted in peace, multicultural harmony, and human dignity. It embraces diversity and promotes unity through freedom, democracy, and equality among all communities. As our national hero, Goce Delchev, said, "I understand the world solely as a field for cultural competition among nations." It's no surprise then that Macedonia gave the world one of its most compassionate voices, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Born in our capital Skopje, she carried the values of love and service from her homeland Macedonia to the streets of India. In the 9th century, Saints Cyril and Methodius, with their disciples, created the Cyrillic script to help spread Christianity among Slavic peoples. Ohrid then became the spiritual center of Macedonia and the site of the first Slavic university in Europe. Today, these saints are honored across Europe as pan-Slavic enlighteners. Ohrid is called the city of 365 churches, one for each day of the year. It became Macedonia's spiritual center and a symbol of our deep Christian roots. Macedonian food is rich in taste, generous, and meant for sharing. It unites Mediterranean freshness with Balkan depth, slow-cooked stews, flaky pastries, and vibrant salads. Paprika-rich dishes, especially our treasured ayvar, are at the heart of many meals. Every bite is a feast of flavor and reflects a tradition passed down through generations. Among our beloved food are flaky pastries, enjoyed by families across generations and passed down as tradition. Fresh salads are a signature part of our meal, with colorful combination that reflects the richness of our land. Macedonia is famous for artistic craft such as filigree and wood carving. Our culture is also reflected in the teshkoto, a powerful dance of pride and endurance that carries the collective memory of our people. The teshkoto dance, meaning the heavy one, is always performed by men. It is not just a performance, but a physical expression of identity, pride, and endurance. Our traditional dress is more than clothing. It is identity stitched in bright colors, unique embroidery, and patterns that tell the story of our people. Esma Regipova Teodosievska was a singer and songwriter from Macedonia belonging to the Romani community. She fostered 47 children and won many awards for helping others. Toshe Proeski was a singer and songwriter. He was one of the most popular artists in Macedonia and the Balkans, and he was also known for his charity work and angelic soul. Adult obesity is rising, increasing the risk of long-term diseases, while 1,500 school children reported to attend school hungry. Rural children often lack access to quality education, and dropout rates are high among the Roma community. Health care is universally available, but advanced treatments are mostly in cities, and many older adults and people with disability live with poverty and limited home support. One World, One Family Macedonia works with many partners to help people in need through food donations, meal programs, mental health support, and essential services. Our efforts include aiding the homeless, supporting children's well-being, assisting families with bills, and sharing messages of goodness and care. In all of this, we are united, diverse in our missions, but one in spirit. By truly believing in the motto, One World, One Family, we affirm that through united action, mutual support, and deep respect for one another's service, we can create real and lasting change. Thank you, and blagodarime, dear Sadhguru, for this opportunity. Dear Sadhguru, we have a small token of love from Macedonia, which we would like to offer to you. It's a handmade filigree work of Mother Teresa.
We will now have a short video presentation showcasing the service activities from North Macedonia. May we have the video, please? Our next speaker is Ms. Slavica Babamova, who will share her transformative journey with all of us. She holds a PhD in ancient Greek and Latin and works at the Archaeological Museum in Skopje, where she translates ancient inscriptions. A follower of Bhagwan Baba since her youth, she has been translating the Sri Sathya Sai Uvacha series since 2017 and is an active member of the One World, One Family mission, North Macedonia. Ms. Slavica, please.
Beloved Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, pranams at your lotus feet. Respected guests, dearest sisters and brothers, born in a modest, non-religious family in socialistic Yugoslavia, I was raised in my parents' values of sincerity, love, compassion, selflessness, and mutual understanding. As part of Macedonian tradition, we celebrated major Christian holidays in our home, and I was baptized as an Orthodox Christian when I was 4. Even my parents had a strong reaction against organized religion. They also weren't familiar with spirituality. But I remember seeing Sathya Sai Baba in a TV documentary when I was a child. In my 20s, a friend of mine gifted me a book on Baba in Macedonian. When I took it and looked at the already known face, I felt like I have been waiting for him for years. Years later, my brother began walking the path of gnosis and self-realization, and my son and I followed him instantly. It was my deep, unconditional love and trust in my brother that pulled me in at first, and that path is guiding me ever since. Over the years, we attended many spiritual retreats. Sometimes, during these moments, when the mind is quiet and empty, the physical form of Sathya Sai Baba would appear and say, I am you, you are me. And then finally came my first darshan in Zagreb, Croatia, in 2016. I left Skopje completely on my own. I arrived at the hall, the darshan began, and my tears came out without any reason or thought. What I felt in that hall was beyond all the dimensions known to me before. Only love pouring from the stage and nothing more. So in late 2017, we gathered at Sister Maya's home after Sister Liliana initiated the Macedonian Uvacha team. We were unsure how to start, but feeling deeply blessed. It felt unreal to join this mission with Dr. Isaac Tigret, who was a great inspiration and motivation for me to join the mission. Guided by God's grace, we completed the first book. For Guru Purnima 2018, Sister Anita and me came to Muddenahalli. There was immense love, dedication, sacrifice, and joy by all of us in that book that we offered to Sadhguru. While on the stage, he took the first book, handed it to me, and he said, "This is for you." I carry those 4 words as a pearl every single day. After the Divine Satsang in Zagreb, Croatia last year, Sisters Maya and Anita shared Sadhguru's message. On the occasion of centenary celebrations of Sri Sathya Sai Baba, this mission would expand to 100 countries and on a much higher level than we did before. There was no question what to do. We just started. What does Sadhguru want? We will do. We don't ask anything. We just discuss how to do it, and we go. Looking back at the previous years, we were amazed by how the mission had unfolded, its intensity and its greatness. Feeding the school children every day, offering free healthcare, opening new schools and universities, publishing so many books. It was fascinating. At first, I believed it was only God's intervention that made these projects possible. But as time was passing, I understood that our Sadhguru, living his love in action, is inspiring all of us to recognize our own divinity. I feel this when meeting sisters and brothers in the ashram and around the countries who are full of love, compassion, and selflessness, and serve wholeheartedly, shining and showing that such people exist on this planet. What is the most meaningful to me is that I faced my real potentials to love, to serve, to be dedicated, to be humble to everyone as divine beings. Of course, there were hard and challenging moments, but that helped to recognize my own weaknesses, different types of my ego, and to overcome them. When you have a goal so clear as we have in this mission, you have more and more inspiration to reach your tops every day. Because every day there are more people to be fed or dressed, there is more to be done and more to be inspired. I learned also how to step out of my comfort zone. Now, instead of doing things that I thought were the most important in my life, I spent my time in doing seva in different forms, so I changed my schedule and the organization of my time. When our team began cooking hot meals, it brought us immeasurable joy. Just knowing that someone would have a meal that day, that they wouldn't go hungry, was the greatest reward for all our efforts. In such moments, I always recall Sadhguru's message. This is for you. Sadhguru wants us to transform ourselves through his mission, and we are deeply grateful to him for given opportunity. Our families fully support us. We speak about the mission to everyone so that they can join when they listen to their inner voice. One of the most important aspects of this mission is spreading the strong, meaningful, and indispensable inspiration in today's world, proving that the idea of uniting under the vision of one world, one family is truly possible. The most valuable thing I've taken from this past year is the people we've met along the way. At the start of our journey, I had no idea how many humanitarian organizations existed in Macedonia, or how many devoted individuals were quietly working for the welfare of others. As we searched for places to distribute food and supplies, we discovered so many organizations driven by love, compassion, and a genuine need to serve. I never realized they lived all around me. That's when I truly discovered humane people in Macedonia. I also didn't know how many people were in need. They speak with their eyes, and then I don't see only struggle, I see love. Remembering how sad it felt when we stopped cooking hot meals in our homes, we decided, and we are committed, to do our best to open an indoor soup kitchen for the homeless, where they can sit down and eat surrounded by love and compassion. What I learned in this process is, don't waste food. And don't waste your love, but serve all. It takes only a few minutes to share your food and love with someone in need. You just need to let go of the idea that your time and your potentials were given to you only for your own needs and worldly desires. In today's world, we don't need more talk, we need action. And that is something our beloved Sadhguru is doing and proving every day, as he reminded us with this year's resolution. Be divine, do divine. You cannot express your own divinity in words. You can experience it through selfless service in this divine mission. Blagodaram. Thank you.
We now pray to Sadhguru for his benedictory message.
Be divine, do divine. You have to be divine to do divine. And you have to do divine to be divine. It is a self-fulfilling process. Every time you do a divine deed, you become a little more divine than what you were before. Every time you become a little more divine than what you were before, you are capable of doing more divine deeds. So it fulfills itself and propels itself perpetually. And that is what I always insist on. When I tell children GOOD is good and God is God, So through good, we can realize God. And when you realize God, you will only be good. There is no other way that you can be. So it's a process. So which way to begin? It's a circle. You start from anywhere, you will end up at the same point. Start anywhere. No point is sooner or later, earlier or farther or closer. Such ideas don't exist. In a circle, you can start from anywhere and you will reach the same point. So start doing good and then you will become slowly closer to God. And start getting closer to God and you start doing good, more and more good. So somebody asked me, how much good should we do? I said, till you realize God, you have to keep doing good. How much good is good enough? Till you feel like God, till you experience God, you have to keep doing good. You can't stop halfway. That this much good is good enough. And that idea does not exist in divine people. Because they are born to do good and they keep doing good as a habit. It's not that something they plan and come and then they do good. And if they don't plan and they don't come, they don't do good that day. No, every day is a good day for them because every day they are doing good. That is the idea. Incremental good is what I keep telling everybody. Every day a little more good than what you did yesterday will take you closer to God. Be good, do good, see good. This is the way to God, Bhagavan used to say. Be good, and so do good. And when you are being good and doing good, you will see good in everywhere, in everything. It means be divine, do divine, see divine. This is the way to divinity. When you are divine, you will do divine. And when you are doing divine and being divine, you will see divinity in everything. That is what is see divine or see good. And then that is how you reach God. So when I hear these stories from around the world, where people are coming and telling how a little good that they do every day is transforming them. Be it the Hi-Fi Youth Foundation, doing good through sports, a road less traveled. Yet it builds confidence, it builds character, it builds hope, and it builds courage in the people. And that is doing good. And then they go on, inspired by the good, to do more good to somebody else. Whether it is the Bharat Rashtra Nirman Vidyarthi Nidhi scheme, which was an afterthought post-COVID, when children were not going back to schools. And there was no way teachers could attract them back to schools after a long gap of 2 years. When they had got used to working in farms and fields and shops and hotels and restaurants and whatever they could do. They were not going back to schools. Millions in India never came back to school. And we thought, what can we do? How to put them back in school? Because school is at least a safe haven. If they're not in school, what would they do whole day? They will waste their time, they'll get into wrong ways. So this scholarship started as a small thought. If we attract them, why are the parents taking the children from school away? School education is free. Then why are they not sending? It's because they can make money on these children now. They've realized it through COVID that if you put them to work, then these children can earn something and provide for the family. Of course, child labor is illegal. But then when difficulties strike, who cares for law? And that is how these children went to work. So we thought the only way we could put them back in school is to compensate the parents for the financial loss, which they were supposedly making because of children working, and now they won't be working. Small idea, started with primary, now children have gone from primary to secondary school and it's going on. They'll go all the way till intermediate or PUC, as the case may be. And that is making a difference, a little good. And the team of volunteers from around the world, around the country, Bharat Rashtra Nirman Nidhi volunteers for Rashtriya Seva Bharati, they became a part of this movement. We did not have people feet on the street in every village, in every taluka, and every district. That is the time when I met Mr. Mohan Bhagwat ji, the Sarsang Chalak of Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. But then he guided us to Rashtriya Seva Bharati, which was the volunteer organization of the same mother organization. When I asked him that we want to do something for the children, we want to see to that they come back to school, he said, well, I've heard these kind of ideas from many people. And he, without quoting the name, he did mention, I've heard from billionaires also. Bangalore billionaires who said, we want to do this, pull people out of poverty, but I don't trust that they will do. He himself said, but I do believe that you will do. You are different. You will do this. I said, we will try our best. So what do you need from us? And I told, anything can be done using two things, jana and dhana. Jana means people and dhana means money or resources. Now this program also requires both the things. I will get the dhana. You give me the jana, I told him. You give me the people and I will bring the funds. He said, well, go ahead and do what it requires. And our support and blessings are there for the program. And that is how we began this journey in a small way. And then a lot of people joined in. We also got a beautiful software developed, an application developed by a Bangalore-based company, part of the RSS. And they gave us this amazing application which helps us to track the students, their attendance, their progress in studies, and the credit of scholarship. So every month, automatically, in these thousands of bank accounts which were opened for the children along with their parents, the credit goes on its own, as long as the software is updated with their attendance and progress and approved by the local volunteer. So it took some time to build a team of 1,000 people across the state who would understand why this is being done, what is the process they must follow, how to register the deserving candidate, and how to deregister the candidate once the candidate is self-sufficient, and how to track them month on month, week after week, by going to their homes and transforming them in the process, and also in the process teaching them about good human values. And that slowly started growing, and now last 3 to 4 years, so much work has happened. I met the volunteers last year. But the idea was that why children should not stay out of school. I know all our schools are not amazing, but then at least they are schools. There is a place where they can look forward to going to every day. And it is better than going to a labor camp, better than going to a factory, better than going to somebody's house to clean vessels and clean the floor. It is definitely better than that. May not be as good as high quality education, but then at least something. So that was the idea of putting our children back into school. It's come a long way. I congratulate Venkatesh and team and everybody else who is behind the scenes who are working daily, that they're bringing hope, they're bringing joy, they're bringing a positive future for these children who would otherwise be lost to history. So this is how little good helps. Today also happens to be the Macedonia Day. And when I was small, I was quite an admirer of Mother Teresa. Because up north, there are a lot of Mother Teresa's organized missionaries of charity, which does a lot of good. All these are sisters who have devoted themselves to the cause of serving the society, especially the poorest and the most downtrodden, people who are dying. And dignity in death was her way of serving the people. She knew that they are going to die today or tomorrow. She knew that they are not going to survive. And maybe putting any efforts to revive them was also a waste of time and money for an ordinary person who looks at it. But she thought they must have a dignified death. Let them die in peace. Let them die feeling loved and cared and accepted. And so this idea itself, when I was young, it struck me like a thunderbolt. Because we don't think about death. We don't want to. And when you think about death and you think that anyway the person is going to die, why waste money on such a person? We would think like that. But she thought it's not a waste of money. That person deserves to die with dignity. That is how Missionaries of Charity built its first center in Calcutta and the hospital, and then it grew and grew and grew and spread around the world. And one thing that I remember from somewhere I read, that the first person dying in probably a sewage, garbage line or whatever, the drain, there was a person lying there, and Mother Teresa was just a young nun who had arrived in India. She went around looking in Calcutta and thought how much misery was there. Now, these are old times, British times. And she went, and as she was seeing, she had something else to do that evening. But then she saw somebody just abandoned by the side of the road near a drain with wounds all over the body and smelling and stinking with terrible stench. And she looked around, there was nobody for the person, a dying old man. And she felt that she must do something about it. And she brought him over to her place and started nursing him. And everybody was naturally surprised or shocked, what you're doing. Why did you get into this? Because that was probably not the job that she arrived here for. Maybe she came here to just preach. But then here her heart said, no, I must serve. And then she started doing that with that one person, the dying person, who died eventually, naturally. But she felt good that she has at least helped him die better than what he would have otherwise in the drain of Calcutta somewhere. So that's how her journey began. So I was very impressed by things, and I read up a few books. Even I remember as a student, I gave a speech on Mother Teresa in the prayer hall assembly. Another thing that I remember from that was, I believe she had retired for the day and she had gone upstairs. That was sometime later, when there was a knock on the door downstairs. And when someone opened, there was a beggar with 5 rupees to donate to missionaries of charity. But the sisters thought it was not nice to disturb Mother Teresa for 5 rupees after all. She has anyway gone to bed and retired for the day. But hearing the commotion, she came back down, asking what's happening, and they told that there is a beggar who wants to offer 5 rupees, his day's earning, to this charity. And she went down all the way, accepted with great humility. And when people were surprised, why would she do that for just 5 rupees? She said, this is more than $1 million for me. Because for this man, this is all that he has. So somebody who is a billionaire comes and gives probably $1 million. It doesn't matter to her as much as a beggar who begged all day, and whatever he saved probably did not eat enough that day and saved that money to give it to her. That money truly is more valuable, she said. So also when a journalist asked, how can you do this? This is gory. You can not deal with this stench and the smell of the decaying limbs of the dying people. It is so horrible. I wouldn't do that for $1 million. And she said, nor would I, but I do it for Jesus. $1 million is not what makes them do what they do. They do it because they do it for the love of God. So these are the people who have set examples. Knowing that she comes from Macedonia, I read it in the book, but today we have Macedonians here, and to feel that kinship that, oh, Mother Teresa belonged to that country, left that country quite early in her teens and came to India, made this her home, stayed throughout here, and then continued to serve the poorest and the downtrodden. And I've also met people who worked with Mother Teresa, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, in providing healthcare and other facilities in Calcutta. I have heard their version of what she was. I know there are a lot of stories floating around, but then I have heard them speak about her greatness, her kindness, her compassion, who directly worked with her. So I'm quite convinced that it was God's work that she was doing. She was born to do that. She was meant to do that. And that little good that she did every day, especially to those who had nowhere to go. Nobody would touch them. Nobody would accept them. Nobody would take them in. They would die rotting on the streets. She worked for them, and that really touched my heart so much. As in the new hospital, we built the palliative care unit. I definitely think of her, who thought of those who would anyway die, but let them die better. Let them die with dignity. Let them die with some human honor. That was the amazing idea that I felt she really left behind a deep impression in my mind. And we are building a palliative care unit, of course, in the new hospital. We know that these people are going to die. Do what you can, but you cannot save them. No miracle will give them a new lease of life. They will eventually decay and die, but then they should die better, like what she did for the people. So that is something that inspires us. Knowing that she's from Macedonia, knowing that Macedonians are here, that makes me very happy and feel inspired. That time to do something for Macedonia, because a Macedonian did so much for India. So we all should join hands in helping those children out there who still need some help. Not everybody needs, but there are those who definitely need, who have fallen through the cracks. And for them, we should work. I'm very glad to see the work that is being done by One World Family Mission in Macedonia, along with other local charities, to support those children who are the future of the world, but then they are lost to the past because they don't go to school, they don't eat, they don't grow well, and worse, if they fall into wrong hands, that's even worse. So put them back on track and take care of them is something that is very close to my heart. And if you look at all our projects and programs, largely it's around the children. And if we save the parents, it's for the sake of the children, so that the children are not abandoned and orphaned, so that the breadwinner can go back and earn back for his family, or the mother can go back and bring up her children. For that sake, we run the hospitals for the elderly also. Of course, most of our hospitals are children's hospitals. But the idea is that. So we believe that if children can be looked after, the world would definitely be a better place than what it is now. And it is possible, one child at a time, and each of us get together. And all I tell is everybody looks after somebody else. Like each one educate one. Like that each one care for another. That's enough. The whole world will be looked after. Those who can do more, definitely they can do more. As I said, what is the yardstick? How much good is good enough? Till you become God, you have to keep doing good. There is no other way. Good is not an entertainment purpose. Good is not for some recognition and rewards. Good is not for feeling good. Good is to feel God. And if you don't feel God, then keep doing good. How long? Till you feel God, keep doing good. That is the idea. And one day you will definitely feel God. You will be God. You will be one with God if you have done good enough good all your life. So that is what I say. Everybody let us pledge to do a little more good than what we are doing. As Mahatma Gandhi says, another great visionary of those times, he said the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. So we are capable of much more good than what we do. But our selfishness, our ego identity, our fears of the future, our worries of the past stops us from doing enough good. It does not allow us to do all the good that we are capable of doing. And that is why the world is still not becoming a better place, despite so many good people, because all good people are not doing enough good. So to all of them, I give a call to action that yes, do a little more good than what you did yesterday. I'm sure you are capable of it. There is so much more potential untapped in each one of us. And you would inspire hundreds and thousands and millions of people more, till there would be nobody abandoned, orphaned, forsaken, especially children and those who have to die alone, rotting by the side of a sewage drain. That is not the world that we want to live in. And if we have come to this world, God has sent us here, definitely He has a plan and a purpose. And let me tell you, whatever be the way of to it, the true purpose is to do good only. Whichever way you do it, that is up to you. But how much good you should do? Till you become one with God. That is the idea. So be good, do good, see good, be divine, do divine, see divine. That is the method, that is the process. And when you do this, step by step, you will reach the destination because you're on the right road. So sooner or later, you will be going to where you want to go. That is the idea of this mission. I am very happy that today we could share such stories and people who are working in so many parts of the world. Every day we hear about them, we get inspired. See, they did not get anybody to come and pat on their back or encourage them. They did it out of their own enthusiasm, their own passion. But these are greater than those who are sitting under my nose and doing, because here you are bound to do good. As somebody said, you are being paid to do good in our institutions. But these people are doing it just on their own. No God came to them and said, get up, do good, I am going to bless you. They just did it because their heart said so. So they have far more conviction in goodness than most of us. Because we were told to do good, we were encouraged to do good, even paid to do good. These people just picked it up on their own and they keep doing good every day with humility, with love, with compassion. I think that is what matters. So good should make us humble. Doing more good should make us more humble. Every day we do good, we feel God has given me another opportunity to serve Him. Instead of going back to God and saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times I did good today, did good today. You better be good to me. You don't talk like this to God. When you do good, you go, surrender, submit yourself at the end of the day. And in fact, if at all you must speak something, you can only say, I think I could have done more good. I think I did not do enough good. Something stopped me from doing more good than what I should have. And so please forgive me and give me the strength to let go of my individuality, my fears, my anxieties, my selfishness, my desires, so that tomorrow when I wake up, I do more good than what I did today. And these petty things should not stop me from that. That is how we should wake up and do, and not complain to God about things. We have got enough and more. There are so many out there who have nothing. So let us keep doing good and be good. As I said, that is the only way to see good, see God in everything. With this, I'll conclude, and I'm looking forward to the evening program from Macedonia and further deliberations. So again, be good, do good, see good, be divine, do divine, see divine. Okay, not just say, but do this, okay?
We will now have a short break, after which we will reconvene for the cultural program. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we are delighted to present a performance from North Macedonia by the renowned band Synthesis. Having performed at more than 600 concerts worldwide, including prestigious venues such as the Sydney Opera House, their name reflects the unique fusion of traditional Macedonian music with their own distinctive style. Their ethno sound brings alive the spirit of rural Macedonian life, especially from the Ottoman period, while carrying messages of love and celebrating the rich cultural heritage of their homeland. Introducing the musicians, we have Mr. Goce Uzunski on the tapan and tarabuka, Mr. Goran Geshovski on the bass guitar, Mr. Doce Dimovski on the kava, zurna and gaida, Mr. Radoslav Shutevsky on the drums, Mr. Vancho Yovchev on the piano and keyboard, Ms. Bilyana Stoyanovska on vocals, Ms. Susanna Yovsheva on the vocals, Mr. Marian Jovanovski on the tambura, and Ms. Aneta Velkoska also on the vocals. Please join me in welcoming this ensemble from North Macedonia.
nakaya nina yanne mi oti de nakaya nina nakaya nina mosto ida prae nakaya nina mosto ida prae mosto ida prae kamili da vrvat mosto ida prae kamili da vrvat Što mi god očula, moma Katerina, i na ludo veli, konja ne prodavaj. O, aman, aman, konja ne prodavaj. O, aman, aman, konja ne prodavaj.
I think it was something different and amazing, isn't it? Something we haven't heard so far. I don't know. They told me it's called Zula, the Shenai-like instrument that he was playing. It straight went into our souls. There was something about it. I don't know, the raga, the melody, the singing, the overall ensemble, but something about that sound. It pierces through your soul. You know, I don't know, something magical. That's what I felt. It was truly wonderful, and we're very, very thankful for you to come here and present this program in front of all of us. We truly appreciate your music, and we really enjoyed it. It touched our hearts and souls. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
We request all to rise for the national anthem of North Macedonia, followed by the national anthem of India.